Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to discuss important multiple choice questions on animal tissues part 2, right? Which of the following organs is not involved in the initiation of immune responses? Thymus, brain, spleen, lymph nodes. It is the brain. Successful transplantation of tissues from one animal body to the other can occur without extra measures in case of heart is transplanted from a young woman to an old man, skin is transplanted from a rabbit to a dog, skin is transplanted amongst inbred strain of mice, of human kidney transplantation. Third option, skin is transplanted amongst inbred strain of mice. If red blood corpuscles are placed If red blood corpuscles are placed in distilled water, they will shrink and collapse, increase in volume and burst, stick together, remain normal, nothing will happen. It is increase in volume and burst. Which of the following minerals is essential for clotting of blood? Magnesium, phosphorus, calcium, iron. It is calcium. Blood is formed of plasma and bone marrow cells, plasma and white and red blood cells, plasma and white blood cell, plasma and red blood cell. It is plasma and white and red blood cell. Bacteria and other pathogens are removed from blood by killing these with toxins, phagocytosis by RBCs, phagocytosis by WBCs, blood coagulation around them. It is phagocytosis by WBCs. In vertebrate blood, the carrier of O2 to the tissues or respiratory pigment in frog is plasma, lymphocyte, leukocytes, hemoglobin. It is hemoglobin. In our body, ciliated epithelium is found in trachea, neurosil of CNS, oviduct, vagina and buccal cavity, ureter, bile duct. It is in trachea, neurosil of CNS and oviduct. RBCs do not have nucleus in fishes, tadpoles, birds, mammals. That is in mammals. Nerve cells originate from embryonic ectoderm, mesoderm, both of these endoderm. It is ectoderm. Radial symmetry is seen in mollusks, starfishes, fishes, sponges. It is in starfishes. Prothrombin is found in blood and helps in blood clotting, blood and makes it red, intestine to help in digestion of cellulose, liver to help in synthesis of bile. First option, blood helps in blood clotting. Tendon is a structure which connects a bone with another bone, a muscle with a bone, a nerve with a muscle or bone, a muscle with a muscle. Second option, a muscle with a bone. Normal hemoglobin content in adult man is 11.5 grams per 100 ml of blood, 12 grams per 100 ml of blood, 14 grams per 100 ml of blood, 12.5 grams per 100 ml. It is 14 grams per 100 ml of blood. Now here the next, a gland cell and an epithelial cell perform different functions because they are located differently. Different genes of each of these cells are active while others are not. They do not contain all the necessary genes. During early differentiation of these cell types, some genes of each are destroyed. Second option is correct. Different genes of each of these cells are active while others are not. Next, coagulation of blood Coagulation of blood in vessels is prevented during normal circulation by heparin, calcium, prothrombin, plasmogen. It is heparin. Cartilage is produced by osteoblasts, fibroblasts, chondrocytes, epithelial cell. It is by chondrocytes. Cardiac muscle fibers are striated, voluntary, and self-excitatory, striated, voluntary, non-striated, voluntary, non-striated, involuntary. It is striated and involuntary. Epithelial forming peritoneal lining of coelom is squamous, cuboidal, glandular, columnar. It is squamous. Chief difference between RBCs of man and a frog is only human RBCs have hemoglobin. Human RBCs have more nuclei. Human RBCs are without nuclei. Frogs RBCs are without. Human RBCs are without nucleus. Longest cell in human body may be nerve cell, leg muscle cell, bone cell, heart muscle. It is nerve cell. Certain tissues in the body, like muscle tissues, are more active than others. Which organelle are expected to be more numerous in cells of such tissues? Nuclei, centrioles, mitochondria, nucleoli. It is mitochondria. Elastic pads at articular ends of long bones are formed of cartilage, muscles, ligaments, tendon. It is the cartilage. Nucleus and mitochondria are not found in epithelial cells, RBCs of frog, young mammalian erythrocyte, mature mammalian erythrocyte. It is mature mammalian erythrocyte. Hemoglobin in vertebrates is found in RBCs, plasma, spleen, hepatic cells, WBCs. It is the RBCs. Erythrocytes in camel are oval and non-nucleated, circular, biconcave. Non-nucleated, circular, biconvex, nucleated. It is oval and non-nucleated. How many minutes coagulation of blood in a wound normally takes? 6 to 12, 12 to 6, 2 to 8, 16 to 8. It is 2 to 8. Fibrin forms from fibrinogen due to activity of antiprothrombin, calcium, prothrombin, active thrombin. It is active thrombin. Cell bodies of most neurons in our body occur in retina, spinal cord, brain, tongue. It is in brain. Shivering of body and scattering of teeth in a cold is a method for preventing radiation of heat from the body, production of heat, blind sight, muscle contraction, increasing blood supply to skin, production of heat by muscle friction. Correct option is second, production of heat by slight muscle contraction. Next one is blood of some invertebrates is colorless or bluish, having hemocyanin which contains iron, copper, magnesium, cobalt, zinc. It is copper. Shape of nucleus of WBCs usually is spherical, oval, irregular, spindle-like. It is irregular. An antibody is molecule that specifically inactivates an antigen white corpuscle which attacks invading bacteria and erythrocyte, a component of the blood. First one, a molecule that specifically inactivates an antigen. Voluntary striated muscles are present in lung, hind limbs, liver, heart. It is in hind limb. Blood transports respiratory gases, nutrients and waste, only oxygen, respiratory gases and waste, respiratory gases and nutrients. First option, respiratory gases, nutrients and waste. Blood is a kind of liquid matrix, fluid connective tissue, cell mass and organ. It is fluid connective tissue. Cells of squamous epithelium are tall with elongated nuclei, cube-like, flat, tile-like, columnar or cuboidal. It is flat, tile-like. Non-striated muscles in a vertebrate body occur in limbs, neck, muscles of eyeballs, stomach, intestine, urinary bladder, and circular muscles of iris. It is the fourth option, stomach, intestine, urinary bladder, and circular muscles of iris. Sarcolemma is a membrane found around the nerve fiber, cardiac muscle, muscle fiber, heart. It is muscle fiber. Ligaments join bones to bone, muscles to muscle, bones to muscle, muscles to cartilage. It is bones to bone. Bone kept in 10% chaos solution for 3 days will become soft and elastic, dissolve in it, remains the same, will crack down. It remains the same. Lymph differs from blood in having no WBCs, no proteins, more water, no RBCs. It is no RBCs. In which of these muscle fiber are present but not generally used in locomotion? Legs of cockroach, body wall of earthworm, human hands and fingers, thigh of rabbit. It is human hands and fingers. Blood is red due to hemocyanin, cytochrome, chlorophyll, hemoglobin. It is due to hemoglobin. RBCs of man are round, biconcave, non-nucleated, round, biconcave, nucleated, round, biconvex, non-nucleated, oval, non-nucleated. First option is correct. Round, biconcave, non-nucleated. Branch of study dealing with the microscopic anatomy of tissues is called cytology, morphology, paleontology, histology. It is called histology. Groups of similar cells specialized to perform specific functions constitute organ system, tissues, body. It is tissues. Now the next, exchange of materials between blood and tissue cells occurs through lymph, plasma, water, tissue fluid. It is tissue fluid. Exchange of materials between blood and tissue fluid occurs through veins, arteries, blood capillaries, lymph. It is through the blood capillaries. Major constituents of bone is calcium phosphate, magnesium phosphate, calcium carbonate, etc. It is calcium phosphate. Functions of nervous tissue sensitivity, irritability, responsiveness, contractility. It is irritability. Schwann cells are concerned with olfactory epithelium, muscular epithelium, blood clotting, nervous tissue. It is the nervous tissue. Which one is formed during concentration in muscle fiber? Myosin, actin, actomyosin, ATP. It is actomyosin. Cells of germinal epithelium are ciliated, columnar, squamous, cuboidal. It is cuboidal. Dark A and light I bands occur in cardiac muscles only, involuntary muscles, all striated muscles, unstriped muscle. It is all striated muscles. Cells of liver, which acts as phagocytes, are Kupffer cells, Dieter cells, Hansen cells, Essner cells. It is the Kupffer cells. White blood corpuscles divide by amitosis, mitosis, meiosis. Do not divide. Do not divide. Red blood corpuscles of man have no nucleus, plasma membrane, enzymes, hemoglobin. It is the nucleus. Nissls bodies or granules occur in osteocytes, mast cell, chondrocytes, nerve cells, glial cell. It is in nerve cells. Cardiac muscles contract slowly and get fatigued quickly and get fatigued slowly and do not get quickly and do not get fatigued. It is quickly and do not get fatigued. The tissue in which mast cells occur, connective tissue proper, muscular, nervous, epithelial. It is connective tissue proper. WBCs accumulate at sites of wound by diabdesis, homeostasis, phagocytosis, breaking capillaries. It is through the diabdesis. Antibodies fight against thirst, infection, starvation, stress. It is against infection. Active immunity means resistance of body built after disease, resistance developed before disease, increasing quantity of blood, increasing rate of heartbeat. First option is correct. Resistance of body built after disease. Haversian canal is found in bones frog, bones of rabbit and other mammals, bones of lizard, bones of bird. Second option, bones of and other mammals. Lymph nodes are to fight against RBCs, lymph, WBCs, germs. It is the germs. Blood coagulation is helped by phagocytes, neutrophils, thermocytes, erythrocyte. It is through the thrombocytes. It is thrombocyte. Hemoglobin is carbohydrate, respiratory, vitamin, skin pigment. It is respiratory. Least constancy of shape is shown by epithelial cells, RBCs, WBCs, blood platelets. It is so the WBCs. Least power of regeneration is found in muscle cell, nerve cell, liver cells, bone cell. It is the nerve cell. Ciliated epithelial lining of mammalian trachea helps in pushing mucus out, pushing expired air out, pushing inspired air out, perceiving smell of inspired air. It is pushing mucus out. If kept in 8% NaCl solution, RBCs will burst, remain same, shrink, none of this. It will shrink. Lifespan of mammalian RBCs is 4 months, 4 months, 3 months, 4 days, 4 years. Mammalian RBCs, it is about the 4 months. Which of these is a kind of tissue? Liver, blood, gut, pancreas. It is blood. Cardiac muscles are striped muscles which with fibers being syncytial and voluntary, multinucleated, involuntary, nucleated, voluntary, nucleated, involuntary. It is nucleated, involuntary. RBCs of adult rabbit and other mammals form in liver, red bone marrow, spleen, kidney, lymph nodes. It is in red bone marrow. The blood bank of our body is spleen, liver, heart, lungs. It is the spleen. How many principal lines of defense occur in our body? 2, 3, 4, innumerable. It is 4. Outermost layer of our skin has dead conified cells. Had these cells been living, the possible disadvantage would be skin would be hairless. Bacteria and other microbes could freely enter into the inner tissues. Microbes could grow and multiply upon skin surface. Sweat could not be poured out. Third option, microbes could grow and multiply upon skin surface. Pathogens reaching the alimentary canal with food are destroyed by mastication, digestion, bile, HCl. It is HCl. Vaccination against smallpox means introduction in our body of WBCs obtained from animals, actual weakened germs, antibodies produced in other animals, none of this. It is the actual weakened germs. Antibodies against germs in our body are formed in liver by RBCs, blood by eosinophils, thymus by lymphocytes, blood by platelet. It is the thymus by lymphocyte. Mammalian bone differs from cartilage in presence of Haversian canal. collagen, blood vessels, lymph vessels. It is the Haversian canal. Myelin sheath is a layer covering vertebrate nerve fiber, insect nerve fiber, vertebrate muscle fiber, chick embryo. It is the vertebrate nerve fiber. First option is correct. Nerve fiber differ from muscle fiber in having myofibrils, dendrites, sarcolemma, striation. It is the dendrites. Passive immunity is obtained by injecting antibodies, vaccines, antibiotics, antigen. It is through the antibodies. Chief function of lymph nodes is to destroy old and worn out RBCs, produce hormones, produce white blood cells, collect and destroy pathogen. It is collect and destroy pathogen. Next one, fibrinogen is a substance found in blood and produced in liver, bile and produced in liver, blood and produced in RBCs, bone and produced in bone. Correct option is blood and produced in liver. If a clean dry bone is kept in dilute HCl for about 3 days, it breaks into pieces, dissolves, becomes soft and elastic, remains unchanged. It becomes soft and elastic. Which of the following in mammalian body is especially concerned with fighting against pathogen? Endolymphatic system, liver, endocrine gland, sebaceous gland. It is endolymphatic system. Lymph can be defined as blood with blood minus plasma, blood minus RBCs, blood minus WBCs, blood minus corpuscle. It is blood minus RBCs. The thin fibrous lining around the bone marrow in long bone of mammals is called endosteum, periosteum, peritoneum, endothelium. First option is correct, endosteum. White matter of a spinal cord appears white because it is mainly made up of amyelinated nerve fibers, nerve cells, areolar tissues with abundant white fiber. Second option, myelinated nerve fiber. Haversian canal during life may contain one or two capillaries and one or more nerve fibers, an artery, a vein, and a nerve, lymphatic vessel, and some bone cells, a vein, an artery, lymph vessel, a nerve, and some bone. First option is correct, one or two capillaries and one or more nerve fiber. Blood clotting in a test tube can be prevented by adding a little of sodium oxalate, sodium chloride, sodium hydroxide, ammonium chloride. It is sodium oxalate. Outer covering of cartilage is known as endosteum, perichondrium, periosteum, serous coat. It is perichondrium. Which type of WBCs are most abundant in blood of rabbit and other vertebrates? Acidophils, basophils, lymphocyte, neutrophils. It is the neutrophil. Hardening materials in bones are mainly phosphates of calcium and magnesium, phosphates of sodium and magnesium, sulfates of calcium and magnesium, all of these. First option is correct, phosphates of calcium and magnesium. Glands in a vertebrate body originate from embryonic ectoderm only, mesoderm only, ectoderm and endoderm, ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Fourth option is correct, ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. What happens in a muscle during strenuous exercise? Glucose is converted into glycogen, fat is converted into proteins, glucose is converted into proteins, pyruvic acid is converted into lactic acid. Fourth option, pyruvic acid is converted into lactic acid. In which type of solution RBCs burst? Hypertonic, isotonic, hypotonic? None of these. It is hypotonic. Constrictions in the action of nerve cells are called Nissel's bodies, nodes of Ranvier, nodes of Schwann, internode. Contraction, they are known as nodes of Ranvier. Now the next one is, under normal conditions, hemoptysis in frog occurs in bone marrow, liver, spleen, both liver and spleen. It is both liver and spleen, which is common attribute of amoeba and vertebrate of WBC. In contractile vacuoles, pseudopodia, independent life, holozoic nutrition. It is pseudopodia is the correct option. Kupffer cells of liver are connected with phagocytosis, pinocytosis, toxins, blood clotting. It is phagocytosis. Lymph comprises plasma but no lymphocyte, plasma and lymphocyte, plasma, fibrinogen, lymphocyte, plasma but no fibrinogen and lymphocyte. Third option is correct, plasma, fibrinogen and lymphocyte. Strongest muscles in human body are found in jaws, thighs, neck, hand. It is in jaws. Purkinje fibers occur in eyes, liver, brain, heart. It is in the heart. Which of these are essential for blood clotting? Calcium ions and thromboplastin, sodium ions and thrombin, magnesium ions and heparin, iron ions and fibrism. First option is correct, calcium ions and thromboplastin. Colloidal osmotic pressure of blood plasma is mainly due to fibrinogen, globulins, albumin, fibrin. It is the albumin. Mast cells secrete heparin, serotonin, histamine, all of these. It is all of these. Possible functions of Nissal's body is protein synthesis, RNA storage, impulse control. It is protein synthesis. Almost all muscles are derived from embryonic ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, all of these. Muscles are derived from mesoderm. Oval RBCs without nucleus are found in camel, elephant, frog, man. It is in camel. Oval RBCs. RBCs of frogs are spherical, non-nucleated, oval and nucleated, oval, non-nucleated, nucleated, biconvex, circular. It is oval and nucleated. A tendon gets ossified to form a type of bone called membrane dermal sesamoid cartilage. It is sesamoid. Hemopoietic tissue is found in pituitary body, pancreas, fat bodies, bone marrow. It is in the bone marrow. Blood corpuscles shrink in a solution which is hypotonic, isotonic. None of this. It is hypotonic. Nerve cells divide by mitosis, amitosis, meiosis do not. That is the do not divide. Antibodies are lipids, carbohydrates, proteins, germs, lipoprotein. It is proteins. RBCs of mammals are without nucleus because they lost it during their formation. They are not true cells. They do not need it. They do not have a nucleus from the beginning. They lose it during their formation. Energy for muscle contraction is obtained from actin, ATP, myosin, ectomycin. It is from ATP. Blood platelets are necessary for metabolism, digestion, blood clotting, respiration. It is the correct option is blood clotting. Now the next one, nodes of Renvie are formed around cyton, telodendron, neuron, axon. The correct option is axon. Functions of the WBCs is to transport oxygen, transport carbon dioxide, protect the body against diseases, carry nutrient. That is, protect the body against diseases. Axons serve to bring impulse to cytons, take away impulses from cytons, bring blood into the heart. None of it. Take away impulse from cyton. Striated muscles contract by sliding of actin filaments upon myosin filaments, sliding of myosin filaments upon actin ligaments, pulling together of myosin filaments, pulling together of actin filament. First option is correct, sliding of actin filaments upon myosin filament. Nature of mammary glands is apocrine, merocrine, holocrine, none of them. It is apocrine. Fluid part of blood after removal of corpuscles is plasma, lymph, serum, vaccine. It is plasma. pH of human blood is 7.4, 6.2, 9, 10. pH of human blood is 7.4. Thromboplastin responsible for blood clotting is released by blood platelets, blood plasma, blood traumatized tissues and blood. That is the traumatized tissues and blood platelets. Heartbeat is controlled by a specialized cardiac muscles whose fibers are called Purkinje fibers, myoneins, telodendria, collagen fibers. It is Purkinje fibers. Protein which is both structural and enzymatic, actin, troponin, myosin, trypsin. It is troponin. The body of a patient will not normally accept a heart transplantation because of size difference, body immunity, B lymphocyte, T lymphocyte. It is the body immunity. Mature RBCs have a nucleus in man, frog, rabbit, camel, that is in frog. Blood clotting occurs with the help of prothrombin, calcium ions, fibrinogen, all of these, all of these. Concave surface of mammalian RBCs is helpful in formation of more hemoglobin, increasing of surface area of RBCs, reducing surface tension of plasma membrane, providing more space for hemoglobin. It is increasing surface area of RBCs. Lymph differs from blood in having only WBCs, more RBCs and fewer WBCs, more WBCs and fewer RBCs, both RBCs and WBCs. It is only WBCs. Cells which secrete histamine occur in liver, lungs, connective tissue, calcium. It is in the connective tissue. Mineral present in red pigment of vertebrate blood is magnesium, iron, copper, calcium. It is iron. Tendons and ligaments are tissues of the category of connective, cartilage, bone, muscles. It is connected tissue. Heart muscles are called skeletal, visceral, cardiac, smooth. It is called the cardiac muscles. Now the next one, Havaitian canals are found in long bones of rabbits, simple sponges are ascot type, internal ears of mammals, spinal cord of body, it is the long bones of rabbit. Fibrous tissue which connects bones is tendon, adipose tissue, ligament, connective tissue, it is ligament. Striped muscle fiber has no nucleus, many nuclei, two nuclei, one nuclei, many nuclei. Least capacity of regeneration in mammals is found in nervous tissues of brain, endothelium of blood vessels, skeletal tissue of long bones, epithelial tissue. It is the nervous tissue of brain. Antigens may be large molecule of proteins, carbohydrates, lipoproteins, all of these. Main proteins in filaments of skeletal muscle fibers are myosin, troponin, myosin, actin, actin, tropomyosin, actin, troponin. It is myosin and actin. Myoglobin is present in heart, liver, muscles, blood. It is in the muscle. Formation of RBCs in bone marrow is called erythropoiesis, hemolysis, leukocytosis, hematocrit. First option, erythropoiesis. In which type of muscles mitochondria are expected to be found in largest number? Eye muscle, cardiac muscle, thigh muscles, thoracic muscles of what? It is cardiac muscle. Excess of urea in blood due to kidney failure is called urocortilism, urochroma, uremia, none of this. It is uremia. Uremia is related with excess of glucose in the blood, excess of urea in the blood, excess of calcium in the blood, none of excess of urea in the blood. Muscles that do not get fatigued are striated, smooth, cardiac, those of jaws, it is cardiac. Ultimate unit of muscular contraction is actin, sarcomere, myosin, tropomyosin, it is sarcomere. Failure of blood clotting may be due to deficiency of vitamin K, B, D, A, it is K. Which type of cells produce lots of antibodies? Mast cells, macrophages, plasma cells, fibroblast. Excuse me. Macrophages and plasma cells both are the correct options. Which type of epithelial cells repair injured skin? Neurosensory, columnar, cuboidal, squamous. It is columnar. During fatigue, muscles fail to be stimulated, blood supply to muscles stop, nerve supply to muscles become inactive, muscles cannot relax. Muscles fail to be stimulated. In human blood, the oxygen carrier, in human blood, the oxygen carrier is metha, metha, me, methemoglobin, hemoglobin, hemocyanin, iron. It is hemoglobin. Which step in blood clotting will not occur? In absence of vitamin K, conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin, synthesis of thromboplastin, conversion of prothrombin to thrombin, synthesis of prothrombin. It is synthesis of prothrombin. Bone forming cells are called chondroblast, osteoblast. It is osteoblast. Functions of long bone in mammals is to provide support and produce RBCs only, support and produce WBCs, support and produce RBCs and WBCs, support only. It is support and produce RBCs and WBCs. Coffer cells in mammals are present in liver, lung, pancreas, spleen. It is in the livers. Formation of cartilage bone involves deposition of bony material by osteoblasts and reabsorption of osteoblasts by osteoblasts and reabsorption of osteoblast by osteoblast only by osteoblast and reabsorption of osteoblast. It is osteoclast. It is osteoblast and reabsorption of osteoclast. Cells primarily involved in immune mechanism are RBCs, eosinophils, lymphocyte, thrombocyte. It is lymphocyte. The term mesothelium is used for epithelium lining of lumen of gut, body cavities, lumen of blood vessels, thrombocyte. It is body cavities. Horizontal channel in compact of long bones are called Workman's canal, Havaitian canals, osteal canals, vascular canal. It is Workman's canal. Biceps muscle is attached to the humerus by means of fibrous connective tissues, ligaments, tendon, muscle fiber. It is the tendon. In a developing embryo, RBCs form in liver, bone marrow, lymph nodes, spleen. It is in the liver. Nerve fiber is insulated to prevent escape of nerve impulse to an adjoining nerve fiber by a lipoprotein membrane called Schwann sheath. a plasma membrane sheath called neurulema, a lipoprotein membrane called plasma membrane, a fatty covering around action called myelin sheath, a fatty covering around action called myelin sheath. Endothelium is made up of squamous cells, cuboidal cells, columnar cells, stratified epithelium. It is called the squamous cells. Striated but involuntary muscles occur in thighs, lungs, heart, kidneys. It is in the heart. Substances formed in body to fight virus infection, antigens, antibodies, antibiotics, interferons. It is interferons. Removal of thymus from a newly born mammal result in failure to produce lymphocyte, B lymphocytes, monocytes, basophils, T lymphocyte. It is T lymphocytes. Principal obstacle in large scale successful transplantation of organs in man is insufficient availability of organ from donors, lack of effective surgical techniques, religious and ethical consideration, immunological rejection of foreign organ. It is immunological rejection of foreign organs. And epithelial tissues having thin flat cells arranged so as to appear like closely packed tiles is found in outer surface of ovary, inner lining of fallopian tube, inner lining of stomach, inner lining of cheeks. It is outer surface of ovary. First step in blood coagulation is prothrombin, thrombin, thromboplastin plus calcium ion change of prothrombinase, prothrombin to prothrombinase, fibrinogen to fibrin. The second option, thromboplastin plus calcium ion changes to prothrombinase. Function of heparin is to prevent formation of thrombin from prothrombin, control glucose concentration in the blood, regulate transport of gases in blood, control absorption of water from the hand lesions. First option is correct. Prevent formation of thrombin from prothrombin. That's all about the important questions on animal tissues. Again, we will meet in the next video with more important questions on other topics. Thank you.